Pac-12 playoffs here on Bob Long Sports. Bob Long, Will Ryan, Tyler Kern alongside. We bring you now into our broadcast booth. Happy to be here. Ray Gomez on the sidelines and Will Gomez on camera today. Guys, it's a revenge game. LaSalle against Roman Catholic. Their sole loss of the year for the Explorers came to this very team on this very field, also on a Saturday at 1 o'clock. Tyler, your keys to this one as LaSalle looks to continue its run. It's win or go home for both teams to get through to the state playoffs.
I mean, the obvious answer is containing Denmark. He had a career game. I know that was his biggest game of the year. He made his own highlight reel. He was so good that game, Bob. So Denmark, keying off on him's in my mind, the biggest thing, and I think that's obviously LaSalle's as well. They got to get that offense rolling. It was a little slow last time after an emotional win against St. Joe's Prep, but they know what they're getting into, and I think we're in for a good game of football. And
Will, your thoughts? Class of 2023 with us here. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like Tyler said, if they can, it's hard to contain Tyseer Denmark, but if you can have Amir Anderson kind of trailing Denmark with Makai Johnson's eyes on him the whole game, and then you can get Sean McFadden off the edge, giving John Ingram a little pressure, make them other than Tyseer Denmark beat you.
Look at the center of the field here as the captains are down there taking the pregame ritual, and we're going to figure out who's going to get the first kick, who's going to defer, and where they're going to be playing defense to which particular end zone. But we're so excited to send it down to Ray Gomez. He's our sideline reporter. Ray, welcome. Your thoughts on this game?
LaSalle has won the toss and elected to defer and will receive.
Thoughts are that this game is extremely important to LaSalle. Obviously, it's a win or go home game for LaSalle. And the atmosphere on the sideline is one of teamwork, and it's one of unison on LaSalle's sideline. They obviously, their one loss is against Roman Catholic, and they want to obviously redeem or avenge that loss, but it certainly will not be an easier game. Tyseer Denmark had his career game last time against LaSalle, and LaSalle is certainly going to have a tough time trying to cover him, but Chris Thompson and Amir Anderson are back for the game, so they will definitely be battling to cover Tyseer Denmark. So it will all come down to those three players in this game, I believe.
All right, thank you, Ray. Ray Gomez, our sideline reporter. First time doing that there, so we were excited to get it down for his report. Now we're going to turn it over to Chris Carabello, the public address announcer.
An active volunteer at nearby Trieste House, a member of the mock trial and speech and debate programs, the varsity soccer manager, and a member of the varsity tennis team. Always smiling and laughing, Blake learned early how to balance competitive pressures with the joys of having fun, and he had a remarkably mature ability to use the past to make an even brighter tomorrow. Blake, like Jesus, will remain in our hearts forever. Please join in a moment of silence as we remember this remarkable young man. O God, in your goodness, you gave the church, John Baptist of LaSalle, as founder of a religious family devoted to teaching and the patron saint of education. Grant that all our athletes and fans may be able this day to follow his example of unflagging energy in pursuit of a goal, absolute loyalty to his brothers, and generosity to his opponents. As he founded the Christian schools to keep young people safe from harm, and to develop the talents you gave them, grant that these young men who play today may do so free from injury and with an ever-growing respect for the gifts and strengths you have richly blessed them with. St. John Baptist of LaSalle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts. Please remain standing as we honor America, our men and women in the armed forces, and veterans of military service, with the playing of our national anthem, performed today by the LaSalle Pep Band under the direction of Senior John Curtin.
Time for football here from Springfield High School. It's the LaSalle Explorers, the #1 seed in the Philadelphia Catholic League. They won the Philadelphia Catholic League playoffs. The top Catholic League team in District 12 taking on Roman Catholic, 3-6 in the league, the 4 seed in the Catholic League side of the District 12 playoffs, but the only team that took down this LaSalle Explorer team this regular season. It's win or go home. Roman Catholic will receive first. Santiago Sterla will kick it deep. And we'll get a look at both Mayo Howell, who had an excellent rushing game for Roman Catholic against LaSalle several weeks ago, as well as Ty Sear Denmark. Denmark, a guy who has a ton of offers. Just a look at a few of them here. A guy who is Penn State, Georgia, Kentucky, Ole Miss, a couple of them just recently, just a sophomore, and a guy who will continue to ravage the Catholic League for years to come. Santiago Sterla, this a short kick, and it drops. That's a free ball. Mayo Howell picks it up and actually has some room to the sideline, a nice return, and that's where John Ingram and the Roman Catholic offense will get started.
Yeah, I mean, not bad field position coming out for Roman. Sterla had, I like that kick, actually, nice and high. Took a little backspin, little golf shot there, Bob, but Mayo Howell did a great job of picking it up and making that a positive.
Yeah, make no mistake, that's not an easy play for Howell after a tough bounce off the kick from Sterla. Nice play to get some positive momentum for this Caholite offense.
Tyseer Denmark lines up on the near side here. He had 198 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns the last time that these two teams connected. Ingram was excellent as well. A couple of touchdown passes sprung Tyseer Denmark to the game of his career thus far in his high school career. Mayo Howell spins out of one tackle, but a cavalcade of Explorers are there. And Sam Ross got first contact.
Some laundry out in the field there, Bob, at the end of the play there. Not sure what that was. I guess we'll see what the refs have to say, but great penetration from LaSalle D line there.
Penalties were an issue the first time that these two teams toiled as well.
Personal foul, helmet-to-helmet contact.
And I want to reiterate last week how disciplined the Explorers were. I think they had a total of 2 pre-snap penalties total for the game compared to Archbishop Wood, who had 3, I believe, personal fouls, which came up huge, one of them ending up in a touchdown for the Explorers.
Ball moves to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, Roman Catholic.
And again, it's Howell. Pulled down that time. Abdul Carter got the first contact, but a couple Explorers in the way, as well as Sean McFadden.
You can see there that Abdul Carter, his tackle crashed down there, and he just came across the line, made that first hit. Great team tackle there.
2nd down and 9. Roman got up to the line quickly. Now we'll look to the sideline. Roman Catholic head coach Rick Preet, he's done a wonderful job with this program. Of course, the upset of the Catholic League season and maybe beyond. Flung to the outside, and it's intercepted by LaSalle.
That was Sean McFadden. That's now back-to-back games for Sean McFadden with an interception.
Just a heads-up play. The pass was a bit off target. McFadden had his head on a swivel and made a great diving catch there. And, I mean, you can't ask for much more. That's a great start for this Explorers defense, especially, lost to Roman, gave up huge yardage. That's what you need. Turnovers win games.
An early zone look from this LaSalle defense. You see that if the linebackers and safeties have their eyes in the backfield versus turning and running with a man. And a great job by Sean McFadden. His responsibility was that far sideline. He saw the little sit down on the curl. Wonderful execution to run to that ball.
And, yeah, I mean, similar to LaSalle's front so far, first play, a lot of Roman helmets in the backfield, hitting Brown, nowhere to really go.
Second down and 10. Paterzo with a screen, and Roman all over it. There was one guy blocking out there. Tough when there's 3 white shirts springing into the backfield. Great play by the Caolites.
I'm not sure what Sorge and EJ Wentz were seeing there. They doubled down on one guy and let 2 free runners make the tackle there. Just miscommunication and blocks.
Yeah, and on those type of screen plays, you need continuity with the entire receiving core and the entire block, all the blockers on the play, and it just wasn't there for the Explorers.
3rd down, 12 yards to go after that loss of 2. And the out route, Ryan Moore beyond the extended arm there, and it's a 3 and out. So Roman Catholic defense, they come up big after the early turnover. Impressive defensive stand.
Yeah, that was nice coverage there by Mikey Preston, the younger cornerback, and he does a good job on Ryan Moore on that play.
Sterl has been an excellent punter thus far this year for LaSalle. And a whistle. Illegal substitution called against Roman Catholic, so that'll move the Explorers up. Does that change the decision-making at all as they now are in plus territory?
Not seeing any change in personnel thus far. I believe they're going to stick with the punt.
Sterla, a 40-yard average this year, along of 52. 52 would put it into the end zone. And Denmark will let it hop, and it does skip just 1 yard into the end zone.
Yeah, good job by Denmark. Kind of faked out the the Explorers rushers there. They thought it was going right around him, and it took a bit of a bounce to the left, just a couple feet away from just being down within their own 5-yard line there.
So Roman Catholic with the touchback. John Ingram gets another shot. Tyseer Denmark hasn't gotten a touch yet, Will. And that's certainly something they're going to want to change.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to take into account it was only about 2 or 3 plays on that first drive for the Cahillites. But, of course, they're going to look to get the ball to Denmark as much as possible. And you've got Matty Wills lined up in coverage with him, as well as Amir Anderson, a double team.
Off tackle, it's Mayo Howell. Got to the second level and then pushed backwards. Great play there. Dell Jackson, the defensive back, comes up to make the play.
And I always like to see a defensive back coming out with a head full of steam like that. Shows, good heads-up play. Comes in to help his guys out, save a few yards there.
Yeah, Dell Jackson is a guy that you've seen his improvement every week. I mean, the start of the season, you saw him, get beat a couple times, and as the season's progressed, his defense has also progressed.
Second down and 7. And they'll take the shot across the middle. It's caught there. Nice play, number 11, Trey Woodley, his first catch of the afternoon.
Yeah, great job by Woodley finding the seam in that zone defense there. I know Denmark was looking for the ball there. He might have been open as well, but, great job getting that pass down the field.
A shift on the defensive line there for LaSalle. A high safety look on this side of the field to Denmark. That's the way he rolls. Firing to the outside. Toe tap. Yes, sir. Really good from Tyseer Denmark, the sophomore. No surprise to this particular broadcast team.
Yeah, he looks like a pro out there with that toe tap. Knows he has the pass. He got open. Great. And kudos to Ingram for putting the ball. We give Denmark a lot of credit, but Ingram's the one throwing that ball, and he puts it where Denmark can grab it.
Yeah, absolutely, and we think that this Roman Catholic team is pretty good right now. Ingram and Denmark, both sophomores. These guys are going to be good for years to come.
Mayo Howell taking down Abdul Carter off the edge. Got just enough. Daryl Dengoy in there as well.
Mayo Howell just looking elusive out there. He's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage and still is getting positive yards.
And a player down for Roman Catholic. So we talked about Ray Gomez, our sideline reporter. It's awesome to have him on here today. And as we unfortunately look at the Roman Catholic Cahillite is down, let's check in with Ray. Ray, what are you seeing in the first couple drives of the game thus far?
I have to admit, Bob, before I even start, it is a whole nother game down here. Yeah, they look so small from up there, but you realize how small you are compared to them down here. I will say that the message from Joe Wade to his offense, especially his offensive line, is execution. That's why I've been hearing a lot of. It's performing, it's doing what your job is. It's really just following the game plan is what the message is for this team. For the defense, it's one of obviously getting that early interception against Roman Catholic was a great interception. And now their whole message is to stop Tyseer Denmark. Their goal is to hold him, and that's what I've been hearing on the sideline so far, Bob.
I'll tell you what, Ray, you talk about how big they are down there. You're a rugby player, man. You get hit without pads. You're the tough guy.
I don't know about that one, Bob. Not compared to these guys.
Hey, Ray, hope you're having a good time down there. Thanks so much for helping us out with this. It's a great addition to the broadcast. We'll check back in with you real soon.
Sounds good. Thank you, Bob.
Ray Gomez down there helping us out. Pretty cool addition. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Got the dual camera set up here. Going back to, I feel like our roots here used to have that second camera for the scoreboard. Now you got your own graphics, Bob. Got our sideline reporter. We're going places.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As we keep an eye on the injured player, this portion of today's game brought to you by the Jamison Poorhouse. It's a great place to either go before, during, or after the game. Great spot to get some drinks, some food with family. It's really that family environment. It's run by the Wade family, who's done so much for this LaSalle community. And understand there was a big wedding last night, Tyler.
Yeah, I got some the inside scoop from Joe Wade. Said they felt really confident going into this game. They game planned for Roman, watched the film. Looking forward to seeing what they can hatch on offense. And, an outpouring of, hey, you do Bob Long Sports, don't you, last night? And I didn't realize, you get quite a few amount of views every night. It was kind of cool seeing everyone so excited about it and asking questions. And told them come in the chat, and we'll give them a shout-out.
That's great. That's great. So the Jamison Poorhouse, a proud sponsor of Bob Long Sports, of LaSalle Athletics, and we couldn't appreciate them any more than we do. And, again, it's folks like this and things like this that allow us to invest in technology to allow us to do things like that, Ray, on the sidelines. So thank you very much to the Jamison Poorhouse.
A little jealous of Ray. We're up here in the shade. It's a little chilly. He's down in the sun, just soaking in the rays, seeing what's what down there. Pun intended.
Second down and 8. Clock at 8 minutes and 8 seconds. Here in the first quarter, second drive of the afternoon for Roman Catholic, dressed in the road white uniforms. A fresh look, if I may say. And a low snap, and that should be blown dead. Yep, there it is. Didn't hear the whistle, but there's no down by contact here at the high school level.
Yeah, you heard the crowd roar as soon as Ingram picked that up while he was still on his knees. He's down, he's down. Indeed, he was down, and the refs obliged. And
just a huge crowd here today. I got to admit, it's probably like doubled from the last Roman game. Smart crowd, too. They yell run, they yell ball. They know what's going on down on the field.
Now a third down and 14. Danger zone here for Roman Catholic. They've been playing a field position battle in the wrong direction thus far. Last time at this side of the field, there was an interception. This time, Ingram throws it, and that was dangerous, but did get it out of bounds. Hawking there was number 6, Sean McFadden, trying to make it a 2-time. But a good job by Ingram.
And I think that was Matt Wills that came up and laid the hit on Ingram there, kind of putting some pressure on it and forcing Ingram to throw the ball.
Yeah, and something of note there, you saw Amir Anderson one-on-one with Denmark, but you had Ryan Moore was the near side safety to Denmark. Looks like they like Moore in there over maybe Mekhi Johnson or Carson Wakefield to keep his eye on Denmark.
Jason Patterson back there to punt. 29 punts this year, an average of 29 yards and a long of 42. They struggled last time in this element against LaSalle, and it's a whistling kick. Scooped up there by Moore, makes the first and now the second miss. Here goes Ryan Moore. Moore needs a block and taken down inside Roman Catholic territory.
And Moore is fired up, and he should be. He made two guys miss there and used his blocks, got back to about the original line of scrimmage that Roman had. So game of field position thus far, but great play by Ryan Moore.
Yeah, and Ryan Moore is about to go from free safety punt returner, and now he'll be wide receiver 3 straight plays, 3 different roles. That's the type of player Ryan Moore is. Who the heck knows? He might be in the Wildcat quarterback here, as it does not seem like he is. But that's all that Ryan Moore does. He does it all.
A bunched set on the left side of that line. And Sam Brown took it with one hand. And now that's going to come back. But Paterzo fumbled the initial snap. You'll see it here on the replay. And I don't know if that's the right decision to fling that back, but Sam Brown, LaSalle's going to be fortunate for a lot of reasons that that's just a 10-yard holding penalty.
Yeah, I can't believe Paterzo got the timing still. I mean, obviously when you have an athlete like Brown, you expect him to make that. But, again, another costly penalty on their second drive, second penalty.
Yeah, and you started with such great field position on this drive. When you're starting at the Roman Catholic 39, you want to take advantage of that. You're just shooting yourselves in the foot right now.
I marked it as second down. Oh, no, they just
There
fixed
we
it.
go.
Yep.
First down and 20, 6:41, and still a long way to go in this first quarter. Crossing pattern for Moore. Good blocking down the field. Nearly got back to the original line. Give him 7. It'll be 2nd and 13 coming up.
And like you said, Ryan Moore, just such a gadget player. He's all over the field. I feel like we're calling him every play, similar to last week with a certain Archbishop Wood player. But, yeah, he's just been – I don't know. He has a game. You see he wants it. You can tell that LaSalle brings a little more emotion this time.
Absolutely, and he's not a huge guy, Ryan Moore, but you saw him lower the shoulder and go right through Mikey Preston there. Heck of a job by Moore.
Rick Preet has an argument for an illegal block down the field, an offensive pass interference, a pick play. And now Sam Brown takes off. There is a flag down. He's down inside the 25. That came off as soon as the ball was snapped, so likely either some sort of illegal shift or an offside on the play.
And, yeah, I mean, Sam Brown just doing what Sam Brown does. We'll see what this penalty is. It looks like, yep, it's against the Explorers.
Yeah, again, just shooting yourself in the foot. And, you can't say the cliche enough when 2 times this drive, a positive play has come back at least 10 yards.
And there's your illegal shift call. Again, when the flag goes up right when the snap is called, it's usually one or the other.
And Explorers got to recognize that the refs are doing a good job and calling it tight, so they got to recognize that and, clean things up a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like the jumbo formation is now on the field as Lucas Donahue is coming to the game.
And Stevie Davis in the backfield along with Alan Paterzo, 3 wide. And a nice slant pattern for Sam Brown. Puts his foot in the turf and got the first down.
2nd and 18. Doesn't bother Sam Brown. Marches it right down the field. Doesn't shy away from the tackle. Lowers his shoulder and gets the first down.
Yeah, in many ways, Sam Brown is just as good as a wide receiver as he is a running back just because of his size. The 6'3" frame, not many cornerbacks can really compete with that. And if a linebacker is matched up against him, Sam Brown's going to win that foot race every day.
And this time he's off tackle and gang tackled by Roman Catholic. Little extracurriculars there. They don't want to let go. Ryan Sorge, as well as number 16, Mike Preston for Roman Catholic. No dice and no laundry involved there, but 2 guys that are getting into it early. 5-0-5 and ticking here in the first quarter. Sam Brown, you mentioned the nice passing game, the receiving game that is, he's having so far. As they fake the give to Stevie Davis, Paterzo will take off with it, puts his head down, and got about halfway there, and now a late flag. This one will go against Roman Catholic.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that was number 51, Samir Spites came in, and, play was over and kind of lowered his shoulder and hit Paterzo right in the back.
Tough to argue with that one.
Just no reason for it, really. The play was over. Paterzo initiated the contact. He was down for at least a second. Plenty of time to readjust there.
Yeah, we've seen our fair share of bad penalties to start this game, and now it's gone both ways. Roman Catholic with a dumb play there. LaSalle has had some problems with penalties this series, I should say.
So after the half the distance penalty, LaSalle, they can get a first down. 1st and 10 from the 12. Looking to get on the board here in a scoreless first quarter tilt.
And the Explorers are staying in that jumbo formation, 6 offensive linemen, maybe 7.
Sam Brown, boy, pretty good work just to get back to the line and got about 2 yards. There was penetration by that Roman Catholic defensive line before Sam Brown even got the football.
You see E.J. Wentz checking in the game. I'd be surprised not to see more in the Wildcat here. It was so effective, these past few games. You typically have Wentz out there blocking for you. Moore can just follow him in the end zone. Let's see what they come up with.
Especially in these red zone situations, you see them go with Moore in the Wildcat. Just because he reads the defense so well, and his patience is he's got the patience of Job.
I love it. 2nd down and 8. They need in between the 2 and the 1 for a first down. And I don't see a flag. Sam Brown doesn't care. Touchdown, LaSalle.
And like I said, just following your line, your offensive line gives Sam Brown a huge hole. He only needs a little bit. They gave him a lot. You got E.J. Wentz blocking for you. He's a great blocker. He's a great fullback, great football player, and Sam Brown just being Sam Brown. I just want to note this game is going a lot slower than the last one. There's a lot more passing in this game.
Sterla up and good, and LaSalle with a 7-0 lead. Gives us a chance to debut this from our very own Will Ryan. Touchdown LaSalle, Sam Brown. Somehow you knew Sam Brown was going to score a touchdown. I don't know. Maybe it has to do with the fact that this is now another game where he scored a touchdown. Every single game this year, he's put one in for 6.
I want to say that's touchdown number 14 on the year for Sam Brown. So he's had a couple. I thought that it might be an occurrence today. It's just about as sure of a thing as maybe a Tyseer Denmark touchdown. Those were the 2 guys that I thought, they are the most likely guys to have a touchdown today. But heck of a job by Sam Brown. And we talked about it a little earlier today. He's coming into the game 70 yards from his first ever 1,000 rushing yard season. Heck of a job, heck of a season, heck of a career from Sam Brown.
And we're going to get to hear from Ray Gomez after this kick here. As this one's headed towards Mayo Howell. Howell again goes to that far side of the field and tripped up at right around the 20-yard line. So before John Ingram and the offense gets out there, let's check in with our buddy Ray Gomez. Ray?
Hi, Bob. From down here, as Joe Wade's been preaching to the whole team, it's all about execution. And as you saw in that last play where Sam Brown scored, the offensive line, as he was commending them while I was walking over there, they did a great job reading the defensive line and opening a hole for Sam Brown to run through. And also with his defense, they're very happy with the defensive execution so far, due to them being able to hold Tyseer Denmark to only 1 catch. And it's really just a whole nother atmosphere down here, Bob. These players bring a whole nother level of camaraderie to the game and a whole nother perspective. So far, the game plan for LaSalle is going exactly how they want to.
There you go, a 7-0 lead for the Explorers. Ray Gomez, thank you so much. 2nd down and 7. The give is to Mayo Howell right up the middle, and there he goes, pushing the pile forward. That's going to be close. Maybe 3rd down and 2 coming up.
I thought I saw Ray down there celebrating with Sam Brown as he dove in the end zone.
Dog pile.
Yeah, I don't see his field pass down there, but Ray's done a good job down there so far.
3rd down and 3, already a big one here, Will.
Yeah, you want to keep your eye on Mayo Howell here because Ingram is more comfortable giving the ball off to Howell, and Howell goes right up the middle and gets close to that first down. They're going to give him the first down. But yeah, this Roman Catholic offense, they're run first. Make no mistake about it. They love Tyseer Denmark. Over the last 2 games, Denmark, 2 catches.
7 last time out against LaSalle for 198 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 of them rushing. really his career game, Will, to your point. But a run-first team, and part of the reason they were so effective against LaSalle and getting Tyseer Denmark involved, exactly what you said. They ran the ball consistently and effectively, gave them short, down-to-go situations. Fire into Denmark, yes, sir. Another one, that's going to be right near the line to gain, 1 yard short, but an impressive throw from John Ingram, a nice toe tap again from Denmark.
Yeah, when this Explorers defense goes into that zone, Denmark is good enough to find the soft spot in it, and oftentimes that's that near sideline, and he's been able to find it, and Ingram's been able to put it on the money for him, and we'll wait and see if the Explorers defense makes an adjustment to that, or if they'll say, we'll live with it.
I'm going to call that a generous spot to give Roman Catholic the first down, but a first down nonetheless at their own 41. And it's Howell, a nice block to the outside, but coming up to get him, Chris Thompson, a guy who's fought through some injuries this year, a defensive captain, the signal caller on this defense. Excellent stop.
And Thompson just kind of displaying his strength. Howell's already passed him, and he just kind of bear hugged him and used basically only upper body to make that tackle. That's a great tackle by Chris Thompson.
Yeah, and of note right now, it looks like Abdul Carter maybe a little shaken up on the sideline.
A pump fake here from Ingram, running out of time, throws that one away, out of the tackle box and past the line of scrimmage. Excellent that time from Ingram, good decision making.
Yeah, I mean, great pressure by Dengo there, getting into, laying a hit on Ingram, forcing him to throw that ball out of bounds. I like watching Dengo out there. He does a great job. Seems like a humble guy, but, isn't afraid to, make some plays out there.
3rd down and 10. They converted once on 3rd down already on this drive. But this, they'll have to go the full length of the chains. 1 yard into LaSalle territory for the first. They love rolling him, this time to his strong side. Firing across the middle, it's intercepted by Matt Wills. He's got blocking up the sideline. Turns down inside the 20.
I like that. They look like they're showing 5 guys. Chris Thompson showing the blitz, goes back into coverage, and, just a great play by Wills. My gosh, he's 175 pounds. He plays like he's 205 pounds out there.
Yeah, we noted Abdul Carter was shaken up on the sideline. Next man up, Matty Wills comes up with the big interception. Two different linebackers, 2 interceptions for this team so far.
And not super critical to the play, but Chris Thompson, like I said, he's showing blitz. He came back, and then he just blitzed the heck out of some O-lineman. Probably knocked some guy on his butt that was 50 pounds heavier than him. He looked like a bullet out there.
And Tyler, we were looking for it earlier. Red zone. Look who's in the Wildcat quarterback. It's Ryan Moore. Alan Paterzo on the near side split out.
And he had trouble handling the snap. Up the middle he goes. He got 3. A late flag. Might be a face mask. No, okay, it's going to go against LaSalle. LaSalle was clapping. But the hold will bring it back 10 yards.
They love football so much they want to just go a few extra yards. They're excited for that penalty. In all seriousness, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun seeing more out there. It's a shame that got called back. But, yeah, I think we're going to see more of that today.
The bobbled snap created issues there and blew up that play from the start. Moore did a nice job just to get past the line of scrimmage. The holding penalty brings it back. It'll be 1st and 16.
And it'll be Paterzo back in the shotgun.
40 seconds left in this quarter. Sam Brown looks like he's going to throw it. Does fire it towards the end zone. Oh, what a catch. Ryan Sorge.
Wow.
Catch of the year, maybe? Holy cow, we saw 2 circus catches from Tyseer Denmark last game. Ryan Sorge says, add me to that list. What a throw by Sam Brown, and what a catch from Ryan Sorge.
And that must be the game plan that Joe Wade was talking about. That was incredible. Looked like a sweep. Looked like Brown had no room to run, and he freaking throws it into the end zone. Great catch by Sorge as well.
I mean, the definition of, there's a phrase, mossed him. That was Ryan Sorge mossing the defender. Unbelievable from Ryan Sorge.
We'll get Will Gomez an excellent job on camera. catching that play as well. I mean, who's to think he's throwing that ball? He's doing a great job. And we're going to get Ray Gomez in position here as well to give us a quick update.
The Explorers team is just fired up. This is what they lacked last time they played Roman. They seemed a little, on their heels, low emotion after a big emotion win against St. Joe's Prep. And look at Ray down there just strolling. He must be on the time of his life.
Well, let's get a look at this student section here. I see that there. That is wonderful. Again, dressed in orange for the second day in a row, honoring Blake Barklage. Let's get it down to Ray here. And Ray, you're holding out on us, man. You didn't tell us that trick play was coming.
Oh, sorry, Bob. I didn't hear a trick play coming. It was from as I heard Joe Wade telling Stan Brown after play. The execution was amazing. He said you could have thrown the pass a little higher, but I think now he's just critiquing him a little bit. It was a great play by LaSalle. The sidelines fired up after that touchdown, and it looks like this team definitely has some energy and came here to play today. Is what some of the players have been telling me on the sideline.
Yeah, I'm sure it's certainly an emotional game for them. This was their first and only loss of the year, and dishing it out to Roman Catholic here in the first half. Ray, thanks so much for being down there.
And over the PA, you just hear Chris Carabello announcing that the LaSalle water polo team has beat North Allegheny and is now in the state championship.
Awesome. That taking place at North Penn High School. Late stages of the first quarter, 30 seconds left, and now time for Roman Catholic. A bit of a gut check here. It's Mayo Howell. Turns the legs forward, no more than a yard or two.
Yeah, I mean, Roman, like you said, leaning on that run. Almost every first down, they're giving it off to Howe, and he's garnering, anywhere from 2 to 5 yards.
That was a pretty darn impressive play by Dan Ford there. His blocker did a very good job. Dan Ford didn't really shed the block, but he got his arm around and was just able to hold up Mayo Howell. What a play by Dan Ford.
An excellent first quarter by this LaSalle Explorer team. It's 14-0 after one quarter of play. We'll switch sides of the field, but we'll keep it right here and tell you about our friends at E&M Insurance in North Wales, run by Chris Marr, former board president here at LaSalle, and a guy who is unbelievable at what he does, very committed to this LaSalle college high school community, and he can help you, whether you're property and casualty looking for it on the personal side or for your business. He can help you to get you the best rates. Certainly, you're going to get the best service anytime Chris is involved, and he has the best expertise in what's going on when it comes to your insurance. Maybe you're a parent with a youthful age driver. Yeah, I know those rates can be pretty expensive. So Chris can help you with that, manage you through the process. He did it with his own family as well, sent 2 of his sons to LaSalle. He knows that side of the process and insuring an entire family. They're a great partner of ours and hope that you use them. E&M Insurance. Also want to tell you about Jim and Carrie. Jim McLaughlin, Carrie, Garon Boyle of the Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Fox and Roach Realtors team. The best realtors around, also with great LaSalle connections. They helped my wife and I buy our home, and we couldn't be happier. They know the right people in the industry. They do a lot of volume, so they know what sells and what doesn't and why. So we hope that you'll use Jim and Carrie for all your real estate needs. Back to the action here in the second quarter. They'll fire this one deep. And a little bit of contact, no flag. Now a late flag comes in from the other side of the field.
Yeah, interesting that came not from the ref right next to the play. It came from the, what do we call him, center field judge there. I mean, no reason to do that. But, I mean, the cornerback just kind of read his receiver there and, felt like he had to make a play.
Yeah, he just heaved that one down the field. One-on-one coverage, and Matt Mitchell grabbed a little bit.
15-yard penalty, first down, Roman Catholic.
First down to Roman Catholic. 9 seconds into this second quarter. Kelby Hampton, he's going to be matched up against Tyseer Denmark. There's another linebacker out there as well, Sean McFadden. And they're just staring down Denmark. Again, pre-snap, it looks like a man look, kind of a boxing one equivalent. Will, you're a basketball guy. As Mayo Howell is taken down. Nice defensive play by number 87, Tim Fiedler.
Yeah, and something that's a little bit troubling is not only does it seem like Abdul Carter is hurt, but Amir Anderson on the sideline as well. So two of your defensive leaders sidelined right now.
I mean, as we talked about with Matt Wills, it's next man up. The Explorers defense still looking stout out there.
2nd down and 9. Quick slant, and it was a little bit behind his intended receiver. Trey Woodley couldn't bring it in. 3rd down and 9 coming up.
If this Explorers defense, without Abdul Carter and Amir Anderson on the field, can get a 3 and out, that would show. It really shows a lot about this, the passion of this team.
And Amir Anderson's back out on the field, it looks like, as well, which is good news.
Yeah, good call, Tyler.
Overloaded to that side of the field. LaSalle didn't like the look. They overloaded 3 receivers on the short side of the field with the ball on that far hash. So LaSalle says, you know what? We're going to talk about this here. And they take the time out. We'll take this opportunity to tell you about our friends at Treasure Sign. Chris and Jim Convey do a wonderful job. As Chris walks by me right there. There he is. You want to hear your ad, Chris? There you go. Treasure Sign. They do a wonderful job for any type of signs you may want. LED signs. You want great looking wood carved signs. They've done everything that there is to be done at LaSalle. It's basically their canvas, their portfolio. Best prices certainly, but really the best service. You want something done in a quality manner, you call these guys up. And you know what? We're coming out. Businesses are getting back to normal. People are back on the roads. You're going to want your message to be seen and heard. So make sure you call Jim and Chris at Treasure Sign, and they will help you put your business on the map. The treasure map, Tyler, of course.
The treasure map. I believe that's a part of their logo, too, isn't it?
No doubt. Look at this. I got you there, Will. I got Ryan Wills in the house. Former LaSalle football player and current Penn State run-on. Big hit into the sideline. Kieran Campbell got the first contact, but Chris Thompson laid the wood.
Yeah, Campbell tripped up Ingram and just, like you said, let Thompson kind of line that up. It was a good stop. It looked like Roman was looking for a flag there.
Tackle on the play by Kieran Campbell and Chris Thompson.
Regardless, great job by this Explorers defense holding them in Roman's side of the field.
It'll once again be Jason Patterson punting the football. It'll be his 31st punt of the year.
And it wasn't a bad punt last time, right, to Ryan Moore. It was a bit of a line drive, but again, a serviceable punt from Patterson.
For LaSalle, number 8, Ryan Moore.
And there's some contact. Matt Mitchell ran right into Patterson, and I think that's roughing.
Yeah, I mean.
One more look. Again, if you hit that plant leg, and I think that's what he hit there, that's likely and usually what's called the 15-yarder. I think this is still Roman Catholic's football.
Yeah, that was pretty, I don't want to use the word blatant, but yeah, it looked like he hit him right in his plant leg. No reason to do that. Just frustrating to watch.
Tyler, if there was a time to use the word blatant, I think it would be right there. That was a pretty obvious roughing call. I mean, Matt Mitchell just took out Patterson. There's no other way to put it.
And this penalty differential between the Explorers and the Catholics is just huge right now.
First down, Roman Catholic.
I pronounced that right?
Cahillites.
Catholic. That was close. It's a word I struggle with.
Thomas Cahill, founder of Roman Catholic High School.
I usually just call them
John
Roman.
Cahill. Mr. Cahill was a great man. First down and 10 for Roman Catholic. On to LaSalle's side of the field. New life. Ingram running out of time, throws it, and nearly intercepted again. That was Matt Mitchell getting his hands on the ball. Would have been his second pick of the afternoon.
Yeah, Wills there is just seems to be a bit of a ball hawk today. I thought he had another interception. Great job by, Denmark came in motion there, and I thought he was going to be open down the field, but that double coverage did a great job of keeping Denmark in check.
I mean, this is a true double team here. I mean, it's not, you're shading that way. Sean McFadden, along with whatever corner is on that side, is just following him the whole play. It's really quite a unbelievable defensive game plan from John Steinmetz and Joe Leitner.
Again, a box and one, Will. Similar concept. There's a big hit. Ball is loose. And LaSalle is on it. Makai Johnson. And LaSalle, they get the turnover. The roughing the kicker penalty doesn't hurt him. Ball's clearly out, and a clean recovery.
I didn't see who brought the hammer to Howe, but I mean, when Howe's a great player, but when you have that size difference, just that much strength coming in and knocking that ball out, not much you can do there. Great job by Johnson recognizing that it was a fumble, and it's exactly what the Explorers needed after that penalty.
All right, first down and 10. They go the pistol look for the first time with Sam Brown just a couple steps right behind Alan Paterzo. And the crossing pattern, Ryan Moore read that one well. Will, a simple read option, and the senior quarterback makes the right decision.
Yeah, and we talked about earlier, Ryan Moore, not the biggest guy in stature. He, again, caught the pass and kind of ran right through Makai Smallwood there. Heck of a job by Ryan Moore.
And that one quickly thrown to the outside. Noel Henry, LaSalle goes with a little bit of tempo. And Paterzo needed to get rid of that ball quickly.
Yeah, it didn't get past the line of scrimmage, but it was a forward pass, so it was ruled dead. Number 16, Mike Preston, pointed with the football towards the Explorers end zone like it was Roman ball, which I thought was kind of funny.
So it looked like almost like a screenplay setup, but Henry was expecting to, kind of throw it right where he was standing. Paterzo led him a little bit. I think that threw Henry a little bit off on that play.
Second down and 10, and it will be Sam Brown. Bottled up that time. Roman Catholic up the middle, pushing numbers. They don't want to get beat that way by Sam Brown. Clock ticks under 9 minutes and 35 seconds left in the half.
And a rare no gains with Sam Brown with a full head of steam. That was a great job by that Roman front, just kind of stuff him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and usually when you think that he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage, he might bounce to the outside and pick up 3 or 4 yards. Great job by Roman limiting Sam Brown today.
Paterzo throws the crossing pattern. Moore made one miss, got a nice block, a first down, and a lot more. Keeps his feet inside the 10. It'll be first and goal for LaSalle.
Ryan Moore is having a career day. If Denmark's career day was the last matchup against these two, Ryan Moore is just all over the field. He looks electric out there. Just bobbing and weaving out there.
And it looks like the Explorers might go a little tempo.
And for that reason, we'll get a timeout for Roman Catholic. Let's get our buddy Ray Gomez in position here. And Tyler, your thoughts on the effort. You're talking about Ryan Moore, a guy who's been a little dinged up from time to time. He looks 100% now, and he looks like a problem for this KLA team.
Yeah, and I mean, credit to that offensive line, too. Paterzo's pocket was perfect. Him and Moore just had a great connection there, led him perfectly. And Moore, showed the patience to let the block develop and made an amazing play.
Ray Gomez on the sideline. Welcome back. What do you hear? And the LaSalle Explorers pushing the ball down the field here.
It's good to be back, Bob. Certainly so. When LaSalle got roughing the kicker against the punter, the coach was not happy with them. He was talking to him. He was saying, no more mistakes. I don't want to see a play like that again. And obviously LaSalle comes up with a fumble. He was quite happy with that. And with Ryan Moore just showing his athleticism on that play and his ability to break the tackle, he executed what the LaSalle offense was looking for, and he was able to get them within the 10. It's just been a sideline of a lot of smiles, but very serious. Being up 14 obviously isn't a a big lead in football. So coach wants them to put up some more points, and he wants them to continue the execution and not to make any more not to cause any more penalties or any more mistakes.
I appreciate it, Ray. All right, we'll let you run back down there to see the final part of this drive. Thanks, buddy. Giving us great insight. Here's Sam Brown to the outside. Will he get to the corner? Oh, that's great pursuit by Roman Catholic. Number 3 brought him down, Renell Davis.
Yeah, great play by Davis there. It's hard to bring Sam Brown down. He just got a little bit of his shoelace almost, but enough to bring Sam Brown down.
Exactly, and after Davis, it looked like a lot of open field, a potentially touchdown-saving tackle there by Ronell Davis.
Yeah, I thought Brown had the space out there. He took a pause because he thought he could cut up directly up there, but unfortunately, or fortunately for Roman, great play by Davis.
3rd down and 5. Again, LaSalle can get a first down without getting a touchdown. It would be inside the 2 if they did. Brown in motion. And again, that's caught behind the line. And Sam Brown taken down. Maybe some late contact. There's going to be no flag. Bit of a passing blow. And now certainly time for the field goal unit to come out. Santiago Sterla.
If LaSalle's defense is keying off on Denmark, then it's safe to say that Roman is definitely keying off on Sam Brown. It looks like they have a man spying on him at all times.
Santiago Sterla, 4 of 6 this year, a long of 37.
And he's coming off being named Philadelphia Catholic League Special Teams Player of the Week by Huck Palmer. So congratulations to Santi, the Penn commit.
29 yards from the near hash. Kick is up. That was good the whole way. Santiago Sterla puts the Explorers up 17-0.
Always feel comfortable with Sterla out there. I didn't really have much doubt that he would miss that. He just looks so confident, and it's this whole team, this LaSalle team, kind of just shows confidence across the board from their starters, like you said, and even the guys, playing backup, coming in. Matt Wills, like you said. It's been a fun game so far, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. And we heard this a couple of weeks ago. It was an interview with Abdul Carter, and he said the mentality of this team is, so what's next? Abdul Carter goes down. Amir Anderson was out for a couple snaps. So what's next? It's been Matt Wills has been next. It's been Kelby Hampton has been next. It's been Matt Mitchell has struggled a little bit today. But these guys are stepping up, and they're doing a good job for this whole Explorers team.
We have an update from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Spoiler alert if anybody's looking to go back and watch it on Pennsylvania Cable Network for the Cross Country State Championships. We'll give you in 3, 2, 1 to mute it. The LaSalle Explorers finished 2nd in the state cross country 4A boys championship. North Allegheny was the champion. A great day for Greg Bilecki and that cross country team. Mayo Howell, a huge return inside LaSalle territory to the 41.
I thought there should have been a flag down there. It looked like a block in the back towards their own end zone, but great. The Roman guy just lowered his shoulder enough, got turned around enough that it wasn't called.
Yeah, just 2 years ago we saw that a lot in a Explorers uniform with Mayo Howell. We've seen that story before. He is just an electric kick returner and punt returner for this Cahill Light team.
I'm surprised they have him running up the middle so much. I feel like given open space like he just had, bouncing the outside, he'd be really successful.
Exactly, or maybe some screen passes of that sort.
Exactly.
Clearly an important drive here for Roman Catholic. They trail 17-0, have been outplayed in just about every facet, and have 2 turnovers. But they could get this back, and that didn't get out of bounds. I don't know if there's anybody in the area. No call yet. 2nd down.
And Ingram fell over, was not even touched, and threw his arms in the air. It was the greatest flop I've ever seen. Oh.
Hey, it's been a flag-happy crew. I don't blame them.
Yeah, well, the LaSalle faithful are a little upset. They feel like they're not calling it both ways, I think. At least that's what I'm hearing through some of the jeering right below us.
So they did say, the officials did, that Trey Woodley was in the area. That would have been the only thing that would have not made that. And then we're going to get a false start penalty. That should have been blown dead right away, but the late whistle will stop it. But yeah, again, that previous play probably was in the area of intentional grounding. Wasn't called. Now it'll be 2nd and 15.
Yeah, there was no questions about that one, though. It looked like the entire right side was moving to the left before the ball was snapped. Sometimes you see that in college and the pros as a center infraction or called of that type, because it seemed like everyone was moving except the center.
Good effort from that back judge, too. He just ran like a 5-second 40 to pick up that flag.
2nd down and 15. 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go in this first half. Howell runs into trouble. He's going to get almost back to that original line of scrimmage, but it will be 3rd down and 11 coming up.
It is so funny to watch Sean McFadden on the far side of the field just staring down Tyseer Denmark, and Amir Anderson's back a little bit in coverage. But, like, it's pretty darn clear that John Steinmetz said, Tyseer Denmark, you're not going to beat us today. They're going to make someone else beat you, and right now no one has really stepped up for the Cahillites. Though Mayo Howell is having a good game, I'd be remiss not to mention that.
Likely 4-down territory here for Roman Catholic. And an incomplete pass. Nice hit by Kelby Hampton. Now decision time for Roman. Maybe at 4th and 11, you do send the punt unit out there.
And that pass was just a little too high, but, you know, Hampton sniffed that out from the beginning. So even if it was a catch, I don't think that was going very far.
That's one of those plays may have been better off dropping it because Hampton made that tackle, or, laid the hit at around the 46-yard line. The ball is, at the 42. So
reminds me of that pass last week to Moore where he came back 3 yards, and I was so impressed by the athletic feet, but you were like, he shouldn't have caught that. He should have knocked that.
Hey, if you have a fake punt play, now might be the time. And a timeout called by Roman. Again, it feels like something was up there, guys.
Yeah, something was afoot. It just got real quiet. And like you said, based off field position, score, and, I mean, you know that a fake punt was potentially in the books there. If they're calling a timeout there, they saw something they didn't like possibly.
Yeah, and if they're calling a timeout, the Explorers should be 100% completely prepared for a fake punt type play here. I mean, still have a guy back to return it, but last week we did see with Archbishop Wood, they didn't even send a guy back because, it's a short field. They're going to get good field, or they're going to be, backed up no matter what. You might have everyone kind of up towards the line of scrimmage here to make sure that there's no fake punt.
Tyseer Denmark is back there to punt it.
He has punted the ball, similar to Ryan Moore. He has punted the ball this season, but not a lot, and he's obviously a more dynamic athlete than Patterson.
He may take off, see if he gets the look, and then kick it away. It's a high one. Really nice punt. And it bounces out of bounds inside the 15. So again, very similar to the play we saw, LaSalle and St. Joe's Prep at Franklin Field, where Ryan Moore is given that freedom to take off if he finds a hole. If not, let it go rugby style. That's exactly what we saw there from Denmark.
Yeah, and it was a good punt, just like Ryan Moore's against St. Joe's Prep. That was one of the better punts we've seen from this Roman Catholic team all year. I mean, putting it down at the 13-yard line, giving your defense a good chance to get a stop here with, 5:26 left in this half. They could get the ball back with, not bad field position if the defense can step up.
A pistol look. Sam Brown, the deep man. Penalty called on the play, and that's going to be offside against the defense. That's a high school rule. In the pros, you would have seen that allowed to play out, but the encroachment, ball's dead, 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5 coming up.
That looked like punter Jason Patterson, who may have jumped there, punter / defensive tackle. And believe it or not, that's not the first time we've seen a punter and defensive lineman this year. Imhotep Charter had their defensive linemen also doing kickoffs and punts. So you see it all in the Philadelphia Catholic League, Philadelphia high school area, I should say.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was Keon Wiley punting the ball for
Yeah, not any defensive lineman. I'd be remiss not to mention Wiley, a high Division I commit to Penn State, I believe.
That's correct.
Yeah.
A nice run off tackle for Sam Brown. Took contact and churned those legs forward. It'll be 2nd down and 1. Tyler, playbook wide open.
Yeah, I mean, I found Joe Wade, take a shot here. Why not? 2nd and short. You got great running back in Sam Brown that you can trust on 3rd down. Let's see what they come up with.
Yeah, and you've got Ryan Moore one-on-one on the far side. Now E.J. Wentz is split out that way as well, so there's 2 corners over there, but still you got to like the look with Ryan Moore.
Sitting down in coverage, Ryan Sorge. Nice little curl. Good find by Paterzo.
Yeah, and it seems to me that they're getting Sorge involved more and more each week. He had a few good catches last week, and, I like what I see from the junior.
Exactly, yeah, his productivity, we saw it at an all-time high again in the St. Joe's prep game when it was screen pass after screen pass after screen pass. And I believe when you go back and look at the stats, 2 of those screen passes were behind the, backwards passes. So they went down as runs for Ryan Moore, or for Ryan Sorge. But yeah, you've seen Ryan Sorge's, productivity, activity skyrocket.
Oh, a shoestring tackle might have been the difference between Sam Brown and a much larger gain. Makai Smallwood in there on the stop.
Yeah, and going to keep saying it. Sam Brown doing Sam Brown things out there. Just give him the ball, give you a nice 2nd and short. He's been doing it all day.
I'm going to make a call out to our buddy Huck Palmer if he's watching live. Will, unless you happen to have it yourself. But Sam Brown came into this game 70 yards away from 1,000. Certainly not there yet at this point, but a couple of decent runs, and he may find himself in that position. That's enough for a 1st down. It'll be 1st down and 10, and a nice methodical drive for the Explorers. 3 minutes and 34 seconds and now ticking left in the 1st half.
And, great job. This drive has gone about 35, 40 yards, and they're eating up a lot of clock, making sure Roman doesn't get the ball back, maybe even before the half's over.
Also going to make a call out and let everybody tell us where you at. Let us know where you're watching the game from. A shovel pass there for Sam Brown. Brown outrunning the defenders inside the 15.
What a tackle by Makai Smallwood, but you get a feeling that carry may have pushed him over the 1,000 2021 season.
Here's the
rush
tough
yards.
part. I called it that shovel pass because that's not a rushing. That's a receiving. Right? If he drops that ball, that's not a fumble. That's an incompletion. So that's going to go as a receiving tally for him.
You're correct. Yeah, I heard you say that. Then I heard the PA announcer said on the rush, and I was a little bit confused. But, shout out to
Chris
Mr. Carabello.
Nothing gets by him.
Except for that
one. Except for that one.
Oh, except that one.
Timeout on the
Stuff
field.
gets by me then.
I didn't want to say anything. No, Tyler, hey, it's great to have you here, buddy. Again, you mentioned at the top of the telecast, but for those that didn't join us, you were at a Wade family wedding last night, and you found out, you should have known already, but you're a little bit of a celebrity here.
Yeah, like maybe C-list celebrity or B-list, whatever you call it. But, it was a lot of fun. It was cool hearing people talk about how much they love the broadcast and how they tune in every week, even if there's really no affiliation other than being a Wade with the LaSalle football program. Actually, being a Wade is a huge affiliation, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes, it is.
When you got an offensive coordinator in Joe Wade.
Yeah, so there was a player down, and it was blocked out from us. Actually, Ray had a much better look at that. Good to see Makai Smallwood coming off the field there.
Yeah, and he made an incredible tackle on that play. You hope he's okay, and he's been a big player for this Roman Catholic defense. So best wishes to Smallwood, and hopefully he'll be back out shortly. It looked like he wanted to stay on the field, but since they stopped the game, he's going to have to go off for at least a play. But that's a good sign if Smallwood wanted to stay on the field.
1st down and 10.
It'll be Ryan Moore and the Wildcat with Stevie Davis to his right. That's a look that we don't always see.
And Moore kept it up the middle. That was a good decision. Got about 8.
That was a good play. Moore had me confused. I thought they always seem to run towards E.J. Wentz when Moore's out in the field, and I thought that's what they were going to do. He took it up the middle and got a nice gain.
Yeah, and we saw that last week against Archbishop Wood, that read option play where Moore keeps it in the running back's stomach until the very last moment. We said his patience is just off the charts. Great play by Ryan Moore, and you see he's running with a purpose today. It was Amir Green on the stop there, but again, he goes right through Amir Green, maybe gets an extra 1 yard or 1 or 2 yards there. Great job by Ryan Moore as he'll stay in the shot in the Wildcat.
Again, fakes the give, dives towards the end zone. He's going to come up just short. That is enough, though, for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Explorers.
I think Stevie Davis kind of wanted that to bounce to the outside. Obviously, well read by Roman Catholic, even with a good run from Moore. But Stevie saw open grass out there, and he wanted the TD, I think.
Yeah, without that Brandon Mack, kind of shoestring tackle, it probably was a score for Ryan Moore, and you would have a 23-0 lead right now. Roman Catholic, right now they're saying limit them to a field goal if possible.
Sam Brown, uncontested into the end zone.
Not possible.
On that note, Sam Brown his offensive line, this offensive line is bullying the Roman front. That hole was huge. And if only we had a graphic with Sam Brown on it, because somebody thought Sam Brown would get a touchdown today. I don't know who thought that. But
he was correct. Our buddy Will Ryan.
It's in the shot. That was in the shot.
LaSalle in control.
LaSalle, if I'm correct, I think has more points in the first half than they did all game against Roman.
Yeah, you're correct. That was 27-20. Hey, don't sell yourself short. I think you knew that you made
I think it was 24-21, wasn't it? Or was it 20? Was it
27-20?
28, maybe? Yeah.
Okay. Well, they got
No,
more.
27, yeah. Don't sell yourself short, Your Honor. You're a tremendous slouch. Nothing?
You can't throw these at me, Bob.
Nobody on this broadcast crew knows what movie that's from?
People in the YouTube comments get upset when I don't know the movie reference.
Yeah, they will.
It hurts my credibility as a
Caddyshack?
football analyst. The last one he did was Caddyshack too. That's not
how
fair.
about
Yeah.
that? Really?
Yeah.
We'll
When we were down in Maryland.
We're going to have to mix it up. Do you remember the reference?
No, I'll think about it.
And this one. Wow, what a catch.
A bit of friendly fire there.
Everybody okay. Unbelievable play to hang on to that, because if that's dropped, LaSalle's in a wonderful position to pick that ball up.
It looked like Ronell Davis got the worst of that, but it was from his own teammate. But it was a great catch by that Roman Catholic special teams personnel player.
I like that kick from Sterla too. That spin on that thing was a thing of beauty.
Some folks checking in on where you at. You can continue to do that either on Twitter or on the YouTube comment stream. Dan F. watching from the class of 65. Thank you. Jackie is watching a sunny fall day in Peachtree City, Georgia.
It's a sunny fall day here too, but it might be a little bit more mild in Peachtree City.
Yeah, Jeff Meyer from the class of 1969, he asked me if I played golf this morning. As that one is flung to the outside. Nice tackle there by Matt Wills. 1:34 and ticking here in the first half. I said I didn't have time. He said, what do you mean you didn't have time? 1 o'clock game? I said, yeah, I'm out there walking the dog at 8:45 in the morning, and there's frost everywhere.
Yeah.
Can't get out there and play golf with when there's a frost delay. Mayo Howell, he's got a big hole pulled down there. Daryl Dengoy did enough, but then Howell kept those legs running, got just enough for a first.
Dengoy almost took Howell's glove off. He had him by his arm and then his hand and then just a piece of fabric on his hand. I thought he had him.
Philip Coladonato, one of our favorites who checks in every week, watching from Wayne, but he says another Caddyshack disgrace.
I think it was Philip that called me out last time as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
The name rings a bell.
Somebody's got to do it. And that one was tipped, almost an incredible catch across the middle by Trey Woodley. So this ball's going to be tipped at the line, and he's still got two hands on it.
It's important to note that this Roman Catholic team, with less than a minute here in the second half, and they're, storming down the field a little bit, they've yet to kick a single field goal this year. So it seems like it's either end zone or bust for this team right now, which is it's important with 50 some seconds left remaining in this first half. They have to go the entire length of the field to the end zone rather than get in field goal range, because there is no field goal range for this Roman Catholic team.
2nd and a mile. Caught there, and a nice hit. Cleaned it up. Kelby Hampton. Catch made by number 19, Makai Watson.
We've talked about Hampton. He's really coming into his own as a sophomore. He's gained more and more responsibility as the year's gone on, and he looks good out there.
Yeah, when you look at this defense right now, you got 4 sophomores out there, which is great to see. You got Carson Wakefield, you got Maddie Wills, you got Kelby Hampton, and you got Kieran Campbell. So a good amount of youth on this defense.
Final 15 seconds. Ingram, and he'll just throw that one away. Final 9 seconds of the half here. Couple other folks checking in. Daniel Ford said of that touchdown catch by Ryan Sorge, the defender got mossed. So there you go. Good reference there, Tyler. You mentioned that as well.
That was Will, actually.
That's right. That's Will.
Ross. I want to give Will the credit for his references.
And then Diana Sugg says, Explorers looking terrific. Thanks to our crew for letting faraway fans like them cheer on the team. Go Tim Fiedler. Staten Island. We got a Staten Islandite checking in. And then Joan Campbell watching from Long Island as well. So 2 folks from the island here today. Thanks to all of you. It's 4th down. They're going to punt this ball away with 9 seconds left. And they're going to get it away. What a play. And that's going to end the half. So it's ticking to 000.
And that's so
They'll
big
take
that
it.
Patterson got that away, because, Santi Sterlo has a good leg. You don't know if that's quite field goal range, but, they might have been able to try one to end that half if they had taken Patterson down behind the line of scrimmage. Instead, Patterson stays with it and gets it away. Great job there by Jason Patterson.
LaSalle to receive the second half kickoff. Let's send it down to Ray Gomez. He is our sideline reporter here today. Ray, what are you hearing there from LaSalle as they lead here 24-0?
What I've been hearing is a lot of so on Sam Brown's touchdown play, I heard Coach Wade go Sam Brown, and we all know where it was going. So the play was executed the way he wants, and he's loving the defense. The defense has definitely been showing up. They've been locking up Tyseer Denmark, which is what they've been wanting the whole time. I was talking to a few players. They were saying they want this win. They have some blood against Roman Catholic, and they really want this win. So it's really all. One of the players said it's all in the execution. It's only one half. He says that he quote Nick Gambone, he wants 80 points against Roman Catholic. I don't know if that's going to be happening, but it's definitely a good goal for them, and they're all very happy. All the players I talked to are smiles and cheering on their teammates and very happy with their execution.
Ray, I tell you what, you're doing a great job down there. Most importantly, you having fun down there?
Oh, definitely. It's as I said in the beginning, it's a whole different game. It's really surreal to see these players run right past you. All I'm a little afraid of is that I'm going to get hit on one of these plays when they go out of bounds.
Yeah, watch yourself down there. Well, you're doing an excellent job. I want to tell you your brother is doing an excellent job up here as well on the camera. So a Gomez family production here today. Great to have the both of you, and we'll be checking down again with you real soon.
Sounds good, Bob. Thank you.
All right, that's Ray Gomez down there on the sideline. Thanks to him so much for his contributions here today. Tyler Kern, Will Ryan to my left, and Will Gomez on the camera to my right. 24-0 the Explorers lead. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the second half here on Bob Long Sports.
On Frankfurt Avenue, generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dumpy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dumpyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dumpy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and
until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue, generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction, then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all 4 guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage, dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Welcome back, folks. Bob Long, Tyler Kern, Will Ryan, Will Gomez doing camera, and Ray Gomez down there on the field, getting ready for the beginning of the second half here on Bob Long Sports. Guys, your takeaways on what we've seen so far. Certainly a rebound. This is the only team that LaSalle lost to this year. Lost by a touchdown. Tyler, you mentioned it only scored 20 points in that first time out. This time 24 on the board. The defense, the rush defense specifically, has been a lot better. Your takeaways?
Yeah, I mean, the Explorers are kind of firing on all cylinders. The only knock I would give them is their penalties. They're probably approaching double digits in terms of penalties, which has killed a few drives, but nevertheless, they look electric on offense. They're getting the turnovers on defense, and even special teams is looking good out there. So no complaints. It's hard to complain about 24-0.
Yeah, Tyler, you said it. I mean, they have been a little bit undisciplined, but the guy I've really been impressed with has been Ryan Moore today. He's been just having a great game in that wildcat spot and in the receiver position. He's just doing, Ryan Moore, he does a lot for this team, and we're seeing all of that today.
Let's not forget that punt return either. That was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And then for Roman Catholic, they're having trouble, right? They want to get the ball to Tyseer Denmark, and the Explorers defense has said, you're not doing that. Sean McFadden's on him every time. Plus, you got Amir Anderson generally in coverage. With that being said, they got to, get some Mayo Howell in space, right? They love giving Mayo Howell the ball, but if they can get him in space, that's where he's really the most dangerous. So I'll be interested to see if Roman can succeed in that this second half.
And then we got Ray Gomez down on the field. Ray, what are you seeing from field level through the first 24 minutes of football?
I'm seeing a lot of things, Bob. I actually got to pull Coach Wade aside and got to talk to him at halftime. His message was that the beginning of that first half was a little sloppy. They were able to clean it up. Still a lot more penalties than he would like. And his message for me for the second half is ball control, ball control, ball control. And he repeated to me multiple times that he wanted a bunch of first downs in this second half and to control the ball. his goal is to run this clock out, to give a bunch of people a bunch of touches and to spread the ball out. And for me, my takeaway is LaSalle certainly has shown up in this game. And they are here to put a message against Roman Catholic, their one loss in the season, and to sort of make up for that one loss. They've been playing well. Sam Brown obviously either approaching or at 1,000 yards. Certainly a special game for him so far. I hope that he can reach that. And it's just been a fun game to watch down here, Bob. It's certainly been an experience.
Well, awesome job getting Coach Wade for a couple of comments. In fact, you've given me an idea, live TV. We're just going to wing it. If you get a moment as the game goes on and he has a free moment, tell Joe Wade that we want him to do an interview after the game with you down there on the track. And if he doesn't do it, then the entire Bob Long Sports audience is going to know that he flaked. So, you know, no pressure, but just saying. So make sure you go get him after the game, all right?
Sounds good, Bob. I'll certainly try.
Ray Gomez down there on the field. Great job as we get underway here in the third quarter.
And number 3, Amir Anderson.
Anderson busts it up the gut past the 40.
That's a couple times we've seen Amir Anderson back there. He's generally the third returner, right? It's Ryan Moore, it's Stevie Davis. Amir Anderson, when he gets the opportunity, he's done a pretty good job receiving kicks for this LaSalle team.
Yeah, that was kind of an awkward kick, too. It had like a weird side spin to it. He did a good job of making sure he got the ball and then taking off with it. Look at that field position. Can't beat that.
Yeah, when you think about it, that's the first time we've seen Endori Jack today. Obviously, LaSalle kicked off to start the game, and then Roman Catholic hasn't put any points on the board, so we've yet to see Endori until that kickoff.
And I think Ray's point is well taken. Clock through possession. Shorten this second half. Again, if you get the opportunity, pull your starters. Nice look down the field. He's got Sorge. Foot race. He'll win it. Touchdown, LaSalle.
And like we said, Sorge getting more involved in that offense. Kudos to Paterzo and Sam Brown. Paterzo sold that defensive lineman who just looked lost, went after Sam Brown. Paterzo rips it downfield to Sorge, and Sorge takes it to the house, shows off his speed.
Yeah, and first of all, you want to talk about speed. How about Santi Sterler running in from the sideline? I think he was the second guy to get to Sorge there. It shows the camaraderie of this team, shows how close these guys are. You love to see it. They're playing, loose, they're playing, having a good time, and they're up 30-0.
Just like we said, control the clock through possession, shorten the third quarter and the fourth quarter, right? Now a big time 59-yard touchdown pass. And again, I think that play, Tyler, was designed for just a little screen. Roman collapsed on it. He recognized it. That's an excellent read by your senior leader at quarterback, Alan Paterzo, who's had a phenomenal afternoon.
Yeah, and I just want to offer, again, one more time, that fake to Sam Brown really allowed that play to develop. It was a great job by those two. It's it looks like a minor part of that play, but in the grand scheme of things, that kind of let it happen. So great route by Sorge and an excellent execution all around.
And perhaps, Will, the other thought there in terms of controlling the clock and shortening the game and getting your starters off the field, another way to do that is get to 35 points and start a running clock, and they're one touchdown away from doing that.
Absolutely. It's the playoffs. I don't see this offense, taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. So if they can get to that, 35 point mark, that would really help this team, just keep the clock moving.
A message being sent as well. The winner of this game will face St. Joseph's Prep in the District 12 semifinal matchup. It's a game that in the past we might have called the Red Division Philadelphia Catholic League Championship game. But because football has now 6 classifications and they have to get right into the state playoffs after the conclusion of the regular season, and because the Red Division doesn't have all 6A teams, then what you have to do is crown a regular season champion, which was done this year. LaSalle won the hubcap for the first time since 2015. And Tyler, at that time, it was still the traditional playoff structure to do so. So now you're looking at what would have been the Philadelphia Catholic League Championship game in years past. It'll be a District 12 semifinal, and it'll be next week at a time and site to be determined. Looks like, potentially, and probably, a rematch. LaSalle and St. Joe's Prep, it was a classic earlier this year at Franklin Field. LaSalle defends it well up the middle. Gain of 5, though, for Mayo. Howell makes that Tyseer Denmark right up the middle.
Yeah, Denmark was in the wildcat position there. But just going back to Prep, I mean, LaSalle wanted Roman for that loss. You got to imagine Prep wants LaSalle pretty bad, too. So likely going to get their wish, but, you know, not to tread lightly. I mean, it was awesome that they beat them once, but beating them twice will be a real challenge.
Last night, St. Joe's Prep won a thriller 17-14. This time, Howell does get the give. Gets a yard or two shy of that first down. It'll be third and short. 17-14, St. Joe's Prep defeated Archbishop Wood. It was a game that St. Joseph's Prep trailed by 8 points in the fourth quarter. Got a quick response touchdown and 2-point conversion to make it 14-14.
That's 2 weeks in a row with a one-score win for St. Joe's Prep.
And pulled back, but he got it to the line. All he needed to do was get the nose of that football to the 30. We know that because it was a touchback, and that is enough for a first down.
I think it's important to note that at the end of that first half, right before that Patterson kind of muffed punt, John Ingram was a little shaken up on that far sideline. We haven't seen him, and not only do we not see him, he's not near the play callers on the far sideline, so you wonder if he's maybe out for at least a couple drives.
Tyseer Denmark pulls it. And Amir Anderson gave up the edge. There goes Denmark into LaSalle territory.
And you got to imagine that's why. Look, I mean, look at what Denmark's doing. They haven't been able to get the ball in the hands of their elite wide receiver only a few times, and he did good, but not enough. So they're getting it into his hands by literally directly snapping the football to him now.
And he's an unbelievable athlete. I think, Tyler, that's one in film study where they're going to talk to Amir Anderson about, hey, set that edge, right? Let your guys in the middle make that tackle as Mayo Howell dives right into the middle of that LaSalle defense. Dengoy, Foyard in there as well as McFadden on the stop.
So the difference now with Denmark in at quarterback, you want to stack the box here because Denmark is not a passing threat whatsoever. This ball is either going to Tyseer Denmark or it's going to Mayo Howell. There's really no in between. So, you know, Sean McFadden was spread out wide earlier. He's going to be in the box every time, as well as the other linebackers and maybe a couple safeties.
Denmark got just a couple.
And it looks like that's exactly what they did. They had 8 gold helmets right in the box there. And not much given there.
3rd down and 7. Certainly 4-down territory the rest of the way here for Roman Catholic, particularly when they're on this side of midfield. Howell, and that was a 4-down territory call there on 3rd. I would presume this one will remain in Denmark's hands as it's 4th and 5. 9 minutes and ticking to go here in the 3rd quarter. LaSalle in full control. On their way to play next Saturday, either Friday or Saturday, but we're told Saturday is the likely day. At a time and site to be determined. Here's Denmark. Denmark, is he going to throw it? He will, and it's knocked away. Sean McFadden got a piece of it. Mayo Howell, he tapped his toes, and then it kind of felt like he was waiting forever for that ball to get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Sean McFadden. He's backpedaling that whole play, and then you see he sees the throw coming from Denmark, and he's able to attack that ball, get there without going through the receiver. You know, that would be a defensive pass interference. Nice job by McFadden going around the receiver, knocking it away.
Yeah, great play. And on the other side, Matt Wills just playing with a lot of swagger today, putting the pressure onto Denmark to make that throw. Plus a slew of gold helmets.
And in a 31-0 game, you know, we mentioned that Abdul Carter was banged up in that first half. You wouldn't expect him back in the game, but if there was any questions, it looks like he's in street clothes on the sidelines right now.
Dom Martin, his first carry of the afternoon. And you wonder if that's the end of the day for Sam Brown.
Gain of a yard.
Second down and 9 coming up. 8 minutes and ticking here in the 3rd. Pushing forward is Dom Martin, and he's lifted up like he's the actor and actress in Dirty Dancing there, huh, Tyler? Hey, do you know that reference?
I do know that reference, Bob. And, you know, Dom Martin doing a good job training his legs. He's hit, you know, behind the line of scrimmage and got a 2 to 3 yard gain there.
Yeah, to your point, I thought Samir Spites had him, you know, wrapped up at least 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but Dom Martin gets at least 2 yards in front of the line of scrimmage. Nice play by Dom Martin. But it'll bring up a 3rd and long nevertheless.
Mentioned where you at in the first half. We'll put a call out for it again here. We had Bob Gerngross does another great job, class of 1974. Wishes the Explorers well from Sarasota, Florida. 3rd down. They'll fake the give. Looking down the field, has a man open. Noel Henry came down with it. Great throw by Alan Paterzo, and a great job by Noel Henry to come back to the football.
Yeah, exactly. The throw a little underthrown, but Paterzo made the right read. He let the play develop. He found Noel Henry. Again, underthrown. Great play by Noel Henry, though, to get under that ball, box out the defender a little bit. Great job by Noel Henry.
Yeah, it's nice seeing the deep ball from Paterzo today, and also at first I thought that was going to Sorge. I was like, oh, it's overthrown, but, you know, great job by Henry, you know, beat his guy, but was able to come back and make a great play.
So much for controlling clock and possession.
A little bit of a weird setup here. You had Dom Martin in the Wildcat, and it looked like Alan Paterzo was in motion a couple times. That'll lead to a Joe Wade timeout.
Timeout called on the field. And with this timeout, let's get Ray back in position here. See if we can, actually we're going to get him after the next timeout. But we'll tell you again about E&M Insurance. E&M Insurance in North Wales. Great spot to get either your personal or commercial insurance. Chris Marr, class of 1989. And he had 2 sons go there as well earlier this decade. Great ambassador for LaSalle, helps out with the alumni board, and he does a great job with E&M Insurance, our favorite insurance provider. If you're looking for maybe a youthful age driver or you're adding a new person to your plan, that's the guy to go to. That's E&M Insurance in North Wales, our favorites. We appreciate Chris, all that he does for us, and ask you to pay it forward. Give him a shot. Thanks to Chris Marr. Sam Brown. He is back into the game after all. Thought that might have been the end of the day for him. He gets about 2.
Yeah, you think this coaching staff wants to get to that 35-point mark to, you know, keep the clock rolling. That's why Sam Brown's in the game there. They want to punch this home so that they can, you know, get the running clock going. But after one play, he's out of the game along with Ryan Moore.
Well, I'm looking forward to Ray's next thing. I'm having a good time today playing, you know, where's Waldo, where's Ray? Like, I look for the white hat, find him. I can see he's got a perfect view down there.
And that's not any white hat, Tyler. I believe
that's a BLS.
That is a Bob Long Sports white hat.
Here's the pitch to Dom Martin. Martin, he was one broken tackle short of a touchdown. Great run, great play there by LaSalle. And it'll be 1st and goal from the 5.
Yeah, I mean, E.J. Wentz out there again blocking. It's doing what he does best as a fullback. He did a great job, and Dom Martin running with a full head of steam. That was a great first down.
Yeah, and Dom Martin, he's kind of been relegated to that second team running back. But let's not forget, first game of the year with Sam Brown out against Bishop McDevitt, Dom Martin had a huge touchdown run on a screen play to the far side. So Dom Martin, he is an explosive back, and he's got plenty of talent. Just shows how deep that running back position is for the Explorers this year.
Let's see if they give him another shot to punch it in. Faking the give. And Paterzo nearly caught there. Oh, a big hit. Taking down a spectator on the sidelines. Ray was mere feet away.
Colin Wade took out a photographer on that sideline there. And
watch the grab here early on, too. I think LaSalle could have gotten a penalty call there for a defensive holding. But did a great job, Colin Wade did, to nearly make that play anyway.
Yeah, I thought he had it. It's a shame there's some collateral damage with the spectator there, but hopefully their health and camera is okay.
It looks like he's back on his feet. And
he knows how to take a hit.
Exactly, yeah.
Dom Martin, off tackle, touchdown. Big time from Dom Martin.
Everyone on this Explorers team is playing with swagger today. Dom Martin looking like the lead cowbell running back out there.
Yeah, and it was a great job by Martin getting behind Brendan Krug, who was the lead blocker there, kind of right on his back, see which way the defender goes, and go the opposite way, and Dom Martin did a great job at that.
Santiago Sturla on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good, and this is a running clock game now with 4:48 to go. Let's hear from Ray Gomez. Ray Gomez on the sideline. We're going to get to him in just a second here. He saw that drive the whole way, guys, from a great vantage point, basically as close as you can get without getting hit by Colin Wade. That's how close he was. So, Ray, what are you seeing out there, my friend?
So what I was seeing was LaSalle executing as Coach Wade was stressing to me. He wants the best out of his offense. He wants that perfect play. He wants to run it to perfection, and he saw that a few times. But the miscommunication, one thing I really respected about him, he went out there and he's like, you're not messing this up. He was all about running these plays correctly, and he's doing a great job with this offense. Obviously, you saw them score there. And it's all about possession. You see not just run plays, you're seeing pass plays too to throw off the defense. It's what he was talking about. He wants to get touches all around this LaSalle offense, giving them as many opportunities as they can to get past this Roman Catholic defense. And so far, I'd say it's working really well.
I'll tell you what, Ray, in situations like this, you might have seen a more conservative play call. Haven't seen that from LaSalle. I have to think that may have something to do with, one, a little bit of disrespect after losing and trying to prove a point after they lost to this Roman Catholic team earlier in the season, but also to get to the point where they are right now, which is a running clock situation.
Certainly, Bob. Certainly, they're really trying to throw off this Roman Catholic defense. I think is another part of it, because if it was all running, they know exactly who to focus in. They were focusing on Sam Brown, Stevie Davis, and all the running backs. So I like the aggressive play call by Coach Wade on throwing the ball a few times. Obviously, Paterzo has had an amazing game, putting some balls exactly where the receivers need to catch it. Just overall great play execution, and from what I watched, the offensive line, got to give them a shout out. They've been executing every play very well throughout this whole game. So that's what I have to say.
A complete effort. Appreciate your effort down there as well, Ray. Great job, buddy. Second down and 5. A running clock, and it's ticking under 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. Pulling that time was Tyseer Denmark, and he got pulled down 1 yard past that line of scrimmage. Good defensive play by the Explorers.
Denmark on the carry, brought down by Darryl Dangoy.
Dangoy got the stop.
No gain on the play.
Third down and 4.
Just a little jump there, but enough to draw the flag.
And that should give them the first down. It was third and about 4.5. There's another look.
First down, Roman Catholic.
Looks like that was number 48, Daniel Ford.
And something that we saw on this, we're lucky enough to be on the near sideline with the Explorers bench right in front of us. You saw Connor Melman and Zach Beja warming up, throwing to each other. It looks like Connor Melman might come into this game shortly.
Sam Ross got the stop, second down and about 6, maybe 7. 2:30 and ticking here in the third.
Sam Ross is a guy that he's seen diminish snaps with the reinstatement of Tim Fiedler to this team. But with that being said, he still is a producer out there. As we said, Tyseer Denmark wasn't a passing threat. That was a heck of a pass by Tyseer Denmark.
No doubt about that. Into space, through traffic, low to avoid the safety in the area. Really good.
And now they're going a little tempo.
Denmark takes it up the middle and did end up getting 3 or 4 yards. A nice job to slice through traffic. This portion of today's game brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors, Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle, our 2 favorite realtors around. They do a great job whether you're looking to buy or sell your house, whether in Pennsylvania or maybe the shore home in New Jersey. Still feels like beach weather here today. Give them a call. They can help you either get the best value for your house or they can get you into that house you've always dreamed about. We appreciate them for their sponsorship of us. Tyseer Denmark run out of bounds after a gain of just a few. The clock continues to run. Again, anytime it's a 35-plus margin in a high school football game, the clock will tick except for injuries or the end of a quarter. Or a timeout if we're getting technical. That counts too. 3rd down and 4, under a minute to go in the 3rd. LaSalle well on their way to the Philadelphia Catholic League, nay, the District 12 semifinals next week against St. Joe's Prep. It's in the time slot and the game slot where you would traditionally have had the Catholic League playoff final, but not the case anymore. LaSalle already has that hubcap, proudly displayed up the road from us here at Springfield High School at 8605 Cheltenham Avenue.
What a just great name for a trophy, too, a hubcap. To those that haven't seen it, it doesn't really make sense until you see the wheel-shaped trophy.
It's 4th down, and I don't think Tyseer Denmark got there. A turnover on downs. LaSalle's defense steps up again.
That's great to see. You got starters out there, but you also got, a few second stringers out there who help contribute to that stop.
And you can hear the appreciation below us here. I think that first game against Roman Catholic stuck in the crawl of a lot of these LaSalle fans, this LaSalle fan base and constituency. And I think the players and coaches on that sideline as well. And a stop like that right there to keep this a goose egg, Tyler, I think that's a statement in and of itself.
Could you imagine 2 goose eggs 2 weeks in a row? That would be pretty impressive. Obviously, we still got a whole quarter of football to play, but on a running clock, that won't give Roman too many opportunities. So let's see, if Joe Wade can put together a drive here to kind of run out the clock a bit.
This portion of today's game brought to you by the Station Tap House in Doylestown. That's an excellent restaurant there. Great location right at the end of the old R5 line. I think that might have been what it was. And it's right at that Doylestown train station. What a great spot. TVs, awesome food, great drink specials, run by the Wade family, just like the Jamison Poorhouse. One of our favorites. So if you're looking for a place to go after the game, stop on by in Doylestown, the Station Tap House. Connor Melman into the game. He hands it off to number 45, Colin Dunlap. Will, you mentioned that those 2 guys were warming up on the sideline, and they got their first exchange off cleanly there.
Yeah, absolutely. And Colin Dunlap, we've talked about him before. He's a guy that he'll go special teams. He gets some snaps at linebacker for the second team and also a running back. So he really does it all for this team, Colin Dunlap.
2nd down and 7 yards to go. 11 minutes and ticking here in the 4th. Stevie Davis turns those legs forward. Lightning and thunder from Stevie Davis.
We're going to see a lot more of Stevie Davis these next few years. The young sophomore, Sam Brown's going to pass on the torch, obviously. I think we're in for years of Stevie coming up.
It's a 1st down and 10 from the Roman. Make that the LaSalle 46-yard line. They'd need the Roman 44 for the first. Davis again busted up the gut, running through would-be tacklers. And he's got a 1st down again. Needed 10 and got 10 and a half.
I mean, if it ain't broke, keep running the ball, running the ball, run the ball. I mean, we got the running clock, and, you know, maybe Melvin wants to try his arm out a little bit, depending what Joe Wade's calling, but Stevie looks great out there.
Now, Bob, you would know better than I, but with the running clock, even on an incomplete pass, the clock should keep running. So if they want to try out Connor Melman's arm, of course they could do that with, you know, maybe sportsmanship on the line, but no real problems with the clock.
You read my mind, my friend. That was my next comment. Yes, indeed. Not much there for Stevie Davis off tackle. Good stop there by the Cahillites defensively.
And look, Stevie Davis, if this Explorers team wants to make a run at this state championship, at the District 12 championship, and they'll likely have, if they are to hold on to this 38-point lead here in the fourth quarter, they'll have St. Joe's Prep next week. Stevie Davis is an integral part of that game plan, right? And he's the backup running back, but he's so much more than a backup running back, right? He gets snaps all the time. He's great in screen games. He's great running to the bouncing to the outside. He's a great kick returner. So it's great to have Stevie Davis getting these reps and getting prepared for next week.
And it's Dom Martin in the Wildcat. Well diagnosed. That's number 6, Ty Ellis for Roman Catholic.
Yeah, we talked about how Stevie Davis, we need him to get ready for next week. I don't know if we'll be seeing a Dom Martin Wildcat formation next week, but it's still a cool play.
Third down and 9.
And if we wanted to see Connor Melman's arm, this might be our opportunity to see it.
Dom Martin. And it'll be 4th down and about 4. I would anticipate the offense stays out there.
Yeah, strong run from Martin there. Got about 4 yards there, just kind of turning those legs.
And we wanted a Connor Melman pass, and that was a Connor Melman pass, although maybe about a 1-foot pass, but a pass nevertheless.
Oh, man, our boy Chris Carabello is getting ragged by the crowd down here. Well, it's a rare slip of the tongue. We all do it. He said 4th and goal from the 5. 4th and 5 as Melman flips it across to Dunlap. Well, flag comes down. He's still going.
Ryan Sorge laid the boom, and the refs took exception to it. They're going to say it was a blindside block, maybe a crack back, whatever it may be. It was a heck of a block by Sorge, but unfortunately, according to the refs, an illegal one.
Yeah, and that's correct. That's how the rule's written.
We talked about the word blatant earlier, Will. That was, I think, blatant.
And listen, it's not like he got his helmet. It wasn't a helmet to helmet, but it was a blindside block. If you don't like the rule, you can take exception with the rule, but it was enforced the correct way.
Yeah, and, I mean, doesn't really give, you know, the defender in that case not really any time to react, especially coming across like that. Unfortunate that it took away such a – I was going to talk about how that pass was more than 1 foot this time, but, you know, good play by Melman and, you know.
And Dunlap staying on his feet, working up the sideline. It was a nice play by Melman and Dunlap. And Sorge had the right intention of, you know, getting Dunlap some space. But in doing so, he injured a Roman Catholic player in a illegal fashion. Which I hope the Roman Catholic player is okay.
So his day's done, I can tell you that, because if you get 2 personal foul penalties in a game, you're suspended for the next one. There is no shot that we see him and the offense put that in any type of jeopardy.
And with this running clock with 7 minutes left, we might not even see the Explorers offense out there. I'd say we probably see him one more time, but you never know.
All right, let's see if we can get Ray here. We're going to have Ray Gomez, and we're going to keep him kind of maybe come just a little bit closer. But we're going to test out. We have some time, right? We're in a running clock situation. We're all testing things out. The offense is, so are we. Let's see if we can get Ray from that distance, Ray.
You hear me, Bob?
Oh, we hear you great. Come
That's
just
gr-
a couple of steps this way, though. There you go. What do you got for us down there, my man?
I can tell you that when they had Tyseer Denmark at quarterback, how the defense on the sideline, all I could hear is they're not falling for it. They were ready to lock him up, and they obviously did a great job. This LaSalle offense, I thought it was cool to see Connor Melman obviously step in at quarterback, be able to throw some passes. Sadly, that as I was hearing you guys up in the booth, that was clearly a blindside block. I just hope that he's okay, that the player's okay, and that everything's good. I think one thing, as I've been saying, is that you really see Coach Wade's, as Coach Wade told me, it's all about possession. And you saw LaSalle with a nice long drive. Obviously, they didn't get where they wanted to go, but they kept their possession. They kept it nice and slow with multiple running plays, and they're achieving what Coach Wade wanted. And also, they're giving the ball to people who don't usually get it. As Coach Wade told me, he wanted to get everyone to have a possession or a touch on the ball.
Ray Gomez down there on the sideline. Folks starting to look ahead to next week's matchup. They talking about getting out of here with a W. What are you hearing that way?
I think that these a lot of the players are ready for that next game. Obviously, they won the game. It was their first win against St. Joe's since 2015. These players won it again. They want that another win against St. Joe's, our arch rival, and they're looking for it. And they're starting to turn their heads much rather from this game to next weekend. And I was talking with one player. He's like, we're gonna practice the hardest that we have all season because they want to finish the season strong, make it to the District 12 playoffs, which obviously St. Joe's is one team that's going to be hard to beat.
Well, there you go, Ray. Next time we talk to you, hopefully it's with Joe Wade next to you.
That's the hope, Bob.
All right, buddy. Catch up in a few.
Really putting the pressure on him to get Joe.
Yeah. Well, really putting the pressure on Joe, because now we've told the audience twice that we're getting Joe. And if Joe doesn't show, yeah. I think Joe's okay with us putting that heat on him. We love him. He's entirely communicative with us as a broadcast team. Does a lot for us to put a good product on the air, and he does a great job himself.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to hear from him.
Yeah, I was talking to him yesterday about having Ray down on the field, and he's like, "Put him right next to me. I'll call the plays live for your audience."
Easy there, easy there, Joe. We may take you up on that.
We'd have to have some sort of delay or something, so he's not showing his hand.
Sure. Yeah, that's right. You got Houston Astros trash banging scheme down to the Roman Catholic sidelines. It could happen. Weirder things have happened. Stevie Davis on the pitch. He's got room, and he's gone. There's your super sophomore, Stevie Davis.
And there's the feather in LaSalle Explorers cap. I think the Explorer mascot actually does have a feather.
I was about to say the same thing. I think the Explorer has a feather in his exploring hat.
Well, in this metaphor, Stevie Davis is that feather. He had a great run there, but kudos to that backup offensive line who just had a huge hole there. Sorry, Will.
The feather in the literal cap.
Metaphorically.
Speaking, of course, proverbially. Stevie Davis has the ability to take it to the house every time he catches or touches the football. Santiago Sturla, 1 for 1 from field goal today, and 6 for 6 on extra points. LaSalle, they're going to win this game decisively.
Hey, and you want Stevie Davis to do something more, he's going to kick this one off.
The feather in Stevie's cap. He gets to kick off the own ball.
The proverbial feather in the feather's hat.
We need to go deeper. But how about that, LaSalle? Last 2 weeks, 65-0 point differential. That's pretty nuts.
An impressive effort, no doubt.
And I don't think we really got to touch on this, but the defense got a 4 and out. The backup defense got a 4 and out on that last drive, which gave the Explorers offense an opportunity to touch the ball again. So great job. Hats off. The proverbial hats off to the defense.
I'm sensing a theme. Stevie Davis. And he's got some room up the edge. Dom Martin. A lot of guys in different roles making great plays.
That was a heck of a kick by Stevie Davis. My goodness. I mean, we're spoiled with Santi Sterla. There's no doubt about that. But that's one of the better kicks we've seen this year.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which direction the wind was going, but, I mean, great kick. Gave his guys time to get down there.
That's into the wind a little bit there, Tyler.
That's an impressive kick from Stevie Davis.
First down and 10 for Roman Catholic. The clock is at 3 minutes. And a botched snap. It's going to end up being a nice little run here. 11 yards and a first down.
Looked like sophomore Kevin Schmidt on the tackle there. That was a nice play by the Roman Catholic backup quarterback to Deshaun Hopkins, I should say, to take that muff snap and kind of take it right up the middle and get the first down.
There was a funny comment from Philip who, doesn't like my lack of movie knowledge, but
sure.
Yeah, said he hopes to see a few more broadcasts with us, and then he hopes to watch the Explorers on PCN December 11th. I like where his head's at.
Fumbled snap, and they're on it. A long way to go there.
Long way to go.
It starts on the 13th of November against St. Joseph's Prep, and then the next game would be the District 12 title game, which could be the city championship, depending upon if it's a 6A team that wins the public league, but at minimum it's the District 12 championship. And then that would take us the weekend after Thanksgiving, and likely a matchup against the winner from District 11. The winner of that game would face the winner of District 1 in the state semifinals. And the winner of that is representing the eastern side of the state in Hershey.
St. Joe's Prep is looming.
A Wildcat off the edge, a minute 12 and ticking. Listen, guys, my parting thought on all of that is LaSalle, they won the game against St. Joe's Prep. They won the Philadelphia Catholic League for the first time since 2015, and that's absolutely fair. St. Joe's Prep, they have a little bit of a quarterback situation. Samaj Jones has been hurt the last couple of weeks, undetermined as to whether he'll play next week. But until you dethrone that team, St. Joe's, they've developed enough equity in this state that until they're knocked out, they're the team to look out for. And so LaSalle has an opportunity to dethrone them once and for all here in 2021. It would be the second time beating St. Joe's Prep on the year. And I know there's a lot of St. Joe's Prep players watching this game. There were a lot of LaSalle players watching that game last night. Collision course, we thought about it. We thought this was going to be the case all year long. And here it is, the District 12 semifinal. It'll be the game of the year. It'll be the game of the state playoffs thus far. It'll be what everybody's looking forward to. And we hope you'll join us for it. That's the last play of this one. LaSalle's going to win 45-0 from start to finish. It was domination here today for LaSalle.
Yeah, if I had to pick one word, domination is the word I would go with. There was offense looked good. They had to clean up some penalties, but they didn't let that get them down. They still converted on long first and second downs. Defense, I mean, just look at the scoreboard. I can't say anything more about the defense. They played incredible. Moore had a great day. Moore looked amazing out there. Paterzo with some nice deep balls. It was nice seeing the deep ball shine a little bit today, but he also played a complete game. Sam Brown, I could literally go down this roster. Everyone showed up to play. Matt Wills, that's all I have to say. It's just a great, complete package from this Explorers team as they go into play the St. Joe Prep Hawks next week.
Yeah, like you said, it was a complete effort from this entire team. If I had to pick a guy, I think I would have to go with Sean McFadden. Early interception in this game. Then we saw him shadowing Tyseer Denmark wherever he went all along the field. He was up to that task today, and a great effort by Sean McFadden, number 6, the junior linebacker.
It was quite the effective strategy as well. I give the coaches a lot of credit for deciding to go with the box and one, right? Essentially a double coverage. His back is to the line. It's total man with a single high safety. Really good from that LaSalle coaching staff. And now we'll turn it to the pep band for the alma mater. What a win from this LaSalle Explorer team. 45-0 over Roman Catholic. They'll head off to place St. Joe's Prep next Saturday at a time and place to be determined. Likely to be Saturday. We hope to be there a part of it next week. An exciting day, certainly here for LaSalle. Joe Wade, he's doing his best out there to avoid our buddy Ray Gomez. Trying to see if we can snag him. Ray, go get him, actually. Let's see if we can get you all the way out to the 30 there. And maybe the mic will work out there. This will be the acid test. Again, a running clock fourth quarter gives everybody a chance to try some new things, huh? As we wait here, Tyler, one more takeaway from you.
Will and I kind of covered it, like just complete package. Looked great out there. I love that they, the proverbial feather in the cap with the shutout 2 weeks in a row. That's pretty rare, especially in high school football. Just looking forward to next week. I'm hoping I get to actually sit in on the prep game next week. I know there was some politics last time, but Ray and Will did a wonderful job nevertheless. So we'll see how it goes. It looks like Joe's getting a chair out there.
And they're going to give a quick pep talk to the team here. Get a good look at that. That's our bogey right there.
He's in your sights.
I'll tell you what. ESPN, CBS, Fox, they got it right. They got the rights to grab those coaches and say, no, we're talking to you now. Send your sideline reporter right up there. But
I think that
next week might come with the state troopers that big time I said Joe Wade next year might come with the big time state troopers that the big time college football coaches come with.
That's right.
Maybe to keep Ray away. No, I'm just kidding.
He would never. As the fans filter out. And Ray, I tell you, I love the stick-to-itiveness.
He's doing a great job. I think I would have chickened out at this point.
That's right.
That's why he's down on the field. He's waving at us. Here we go.
All right, let's do it, Ray. Send it down to you.
Can you hear me?
We got you great, buddy.
Oh, you got me. Okay, the mic's working. Okay. So, Coach Wade, I want to first thank you for giving us the opportunity to be on the sideline. It was such a blast to be able to be with you and your team. What are your takeaways from this game? Obviously, the win means a lot to you, especially after the loss. What are your takeaways from the game?
our defense always gives us great field position. You know, we want to take advantage of all those opportunities. We have awesome defense, and then we just want to rely on our big guys up front and our playmakers. So the takeaway today is once we started executing and cut out the mistakes, the only person that people can stop us is ourselves at this point. So we just got to keep grinding it out and doing our job.
So obviously, looking forward to next week, we're playing St. Joe's. What are your thoughts on that team, and what are you thinking of preparing for, and what are you looking out for that team?
Well, St. Joe's Prep is a phenomenal football program. I'm sure they're going to make adjustments off our first game. We'll have some of our own. I'm looking forward to a great game. I'll take our chances with our squad, but you got to show up, you got to play hard, and you got to finish. So they have a great team over there. We have all the respect in the world for them, but we'll show up. We'll show up and we'll play physical.
Yeah, thank you so much, Coach Wade. It meant a lot.
Thanks, Bobby. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thank you, Coach. Really, really good stuff. Ray, excellent job down there today. You're born to do it, my friend. Great job on the sidelines.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you.
That's Ray Gomez down there. And our crew up here, Will, Ryan, Tyler, Kern, and I'm Bob Long. Along with us, Will Gomez on camera, also a natural back behind the camera lens. Guys, what a pleasure this has been. Really enjoyed the time here today. Thanks to everybody who hung on for that Joe Wade post-game interview by our buddy Ray. The final, 45-0. LaSalle a winner. Time and place TBD next weekend, but I know we'll be excited for it. Can't wait to be there and bring it to you all. We'll say so long for now from Springfield High School. Off to the District 12 semifinals. LaSalle and St. Joe's Prep, the state's best rivalry. Here we go. See you next week.